Hey everyone, this is me Abhinas, and today we will be solving populating next right pointers in each node in a better way. I have already solved this particular problem in my previous video with a recursive approach. So for those who have not seen it yet, I would strongly recommend that please go through that particular video once. Then you would be clear about the algorithm that I will be using right here in this video. If you are looking for that link, then the link would appear right here somewhere in the top right corner. Okay. Then please go to that particular video, then come back right here. It would be, much more easier for you to relate the things. Okay. So guys, note that here in this question, we are given a perfect binary tree. Okay. So as that is a perfect binary tree, then every node should have exactly two children, and all the leaf node should be present on a single or present in a level in a single level. Okay, does it make sense? For example, let's remove 6 and 7 from this tree. So now 3 would be a leaf node for now. Okay, so can I say it a perfect binary tree? No. Why? Because reason number one is 3 doesn't have any children. Okay, because we have already cut 6 and 7. Okay, that is why. And the reason number 2 is that all the leaf nodes which are 4, 5 and 3 are not on the single level. So these are two reasons for which if I would cut 6 and 7, it would not be a perfect binary tree. So in order to make a perfect binary tree, we should have, to tell, basically, to tell a tree as a perfect binary tree. So every node should have, exactly two children, except the left node. The left node is left node, okay? So yeah, so this is the, problem statement. It is pretty clear, as I have already, discussed much more thing about it in my previous video. You can just go through that as well. And one more uh, thing that I would like to enlighten right here is initially all the next pointers are set to null. Okay, so right here basically every because this is the structure of three different pointers. These are left, right, and next. Okay, so basically every node is having left and right. That is for sure because this is a binary tree. But there is one more pointer which is next. So every next, uh, for example, for 1, for 2, for 3, for 7, 6, 5, and 4, every node has a next pointer and it is initially set to null. Clear? Okay, so to understand, to for better clarity, I have just prepared a slide. I hope it would help you to get the get the thing in a very fundamental way. So let's look at it. So let me pick my pointer. Okay. So basically, guys, this is the tree that we will be working on. So I'm sorry. Okay. So in this tree, okay, this particular tree is a perfect binary tree, as you can see. Okay. So now to solve this particular question, I'll be using an algorithm. Okay. First of all, let me define two pointers. Okay, this is a two pointer approach to solve this particular problem. All right, so let me define that what is the work, what is the job of these two pointers. Okay, so I'll be using ptr and cur, or we can say ptr and current pointer, uh, for for better uh, you know pronunciation. I can say ptr and current node. So the ptr will be used to mark the very beginning node of each layer. For example, I would right here, I would be right here in the layer 1, then I will be telling ptr to point to 1. Similarly, if I would at layer 2, the ptr will be pointing to 2, and similarly in the last level the ptr will be pointing to 4, in this way. So ptr will move something like this. Okay, and current is basically it's used to traverse all the nodes in the current layer. where PTR is actually currently pointing to. Okay, for example, PTR is currently pointing to layer number 2, then the current will move like this. Okay, to traverse all the nodes. Okay, and do something, do the job whatever it assigned to. So basically, I have already discussed that what we have to do with the current in my previous video as well, where let me tell you again that for example, there is a node. Okay, there is a node, and its left child is existing. So that is why we can connect its left child with its right child in a very simple way. Okay, just connect 2 and 3, that's all. But what about the fact that let's say I am right here. Okay, and I have connected both 4 and 5 in fundamental way. But I can also see that 2 is having a next node as 3. Okay, so if that is the case, then can I connect 5 with 6? Yes, I can connect. How? I can simply connect the right node of 2 with the left node of the node which is next to 2, which is 3 basically. Okay, so these are two cases I will be walking through all the way in my algorithm. So first of all, the PTR, if I just begin with the algorithm, first of all, PTR is currently pointing to the root node and current is currently pointing to null node. Okay. So the job of PTR is to find whether the left child is existing or not. Okay, for PTR. And it found that yeah, it is existing. So it will tell current to point the node which it is currently pointing to. So it is currently pointing to 1. So that is why it will tell current to point to 1 as well. Okay. So now both of the pointer are currently pointing to 1 right now. Now the job of see the PTR actually assigned some job to current. So the job of current to connect both the left and right, as well as to see whether uh, you know there is a node next to it. If that is the case, then it will again connect its right node with the left node of the node which is next to it. Okay, so first of all, it will try to connect 2 and 3. It now it basically did it done its work. Now it will try to see whether it is existing, whether a node existing exists next or not. So it will move to next and it find that it is null. There is nothing. Okay. So if it is null, what does it mean? It means that it will say to PTR that hey, I just have reached to the end of the current level. Okay. So there is no more node to connect the things. Okay. So that is why please move to your left. So now PTR will move to its left. Okay. Just because PTR, the job of PTR is to move like this. Okay. To move all the beginning node of each layer. Okay. So it will now just move to 2. So now PTR is now at 2 while current is pointing to that particular node. Okay. So while PTR is pointing to 2, what is its job now? The job is to see whether its left child is present or not, existing or not. So now it see that it found that my left child is existing. Then PTR will tell the current to point the node which it is currently pointing to. So it is basically 2. So now current and PTR will be pointing to the same node, which is 2. Now the job of current is to connect 4 and 5. Now it done its work. Now it is the second assumption is if whether my next node is existing or not. So it found that it is existing. So what it will do, it will simply connect the right child of 2 with the left child of 3. Okay. How? Simply, currents, right will be currents rights next will be pointing to currents next left. Like this, I have written right here, currents next left. So in this way, I will be connecting 5 with 6, and as the job of current is completed for node 2, it will now it will now be shifted to node 3. Okay, because current is used to traverse all the nodes present in this particular uh, the layer which PTR is pointing to. So now current right here. So the work is now the current will simply connect 6 with 7, and after connecting it, uh, current will look at the node which is next to it. Okay, if it is found, then it can simply connect 7 with the left node of whatever the node which is present next to it. But unfortunately there is no node, so that is why it is done for now. Now current will move to its next node. Now it found that it reached the end of the end point of the current level. So now it will tell pointer PTR that, hey, I have reached the end point, and please shift yourself to your left. So now PTR will shift it to its left child, and now the job of PTR is to look for its left children, whether it is existing or not. So now PTR found that its left child doesn't exist. So what does it mean? It means there are no more element down below PTR, which I will use my current to connect. Okay, connect them. So basically, fundamentally, if I would show you how what the tree is look like for now is this. Okay, now if you can see that the all the levels are, all the nodes are connected, very fine. But you can see right here, there I have written null right here. Why? Because in the beginning of the video, beginning of the explanation, I have shown you that initially all the next node of every node is set to null. Okay, it is initially done. So that is why I did not need to take care of the next node explicitly. Okay, it is already taken care of. So basically this is the solution. Okay, this is the algorithm that I'll be that I'll be using for solving this particular problem. So as you can see, while PTR is right here, I will not update, I will not tell current to point uh, 4, point to node 4, because there are no more nodes present below it, okay, to connect them. So that is why in this particular algorithm, current will only traverse to all the non-lift nodes, okay, in only the non-lift nodes, but not the lift nodes. So that is why, for example, there are total 7 nodes, then the current will traverse only 3 nodes. Okay, why? Because, for example, there are n nodes in my perfect binary tree, then there are total n by 2 non-lift nodes. Okay, so basically, in this way, the time complexity also very reduced. That means it just traverse n by 2 times. Okay, and here we have not used any any containers to store the nodes or to to do stuffs. Okay, we just have traversed level by level. Okay, level order traversal, but not using queue. That is the benefit. Okay, so if I would discuss the time complexity, here the traversal is being done for only the non-leaf nodes, as I have already discussed. So if a tree is having n nodes, then the total non-leaf node is n by 2. So in time complexity, for calculating time complexity, we basically remove the constant factor. So in n by 2, the constant factor is 1 by 2. Okay, n into 1 by 2. So that particular 1 by 2 will be removed. Okay, because we are calculating it for worst case. But I will guarantee you that for every perfect binary tree, the traversal will only be for n by 2 times. Okay, so that is why the time complexity here is n by 2, order of n by 2, where n is the total number of nodes in the perfect binary tree. Well, that was the visualization that how we will look at the problem in fundamental way, how before solving it out. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and if you liked it, then please let me know in the comment section that you have liked it, that you enjoyed it, because this is the very first time I have tried this type of this this type of presentation I have made to show you, to to make you fundamentally know this particular problem, fundamentally understand. So please let me know in the comment section. It will be very, very helpful for me to understand your need. Okay. So anyway, so this is our question. I hope you got the idea how will we solve it. So to solve it, basically, first of all, let's check whether the root is existing or not. Or let's say we are given a empty tree. That means the root is already null. So in that case, we should return null. Okay, would need not to take care of anything. Simply return null. Otherwise, we will simply use a ptr. Okay, which is basically currently pointing to the root node, and there is another node. Okay, which is curve, as I have shown you in my visualization or slide. The currently pointing to null. Okay, so we will move layer by layer. Okay, then we will assign current to the node which ptr is currently pointing to, only when there is a left node of ptr existing. Are you getting? So if there is a left node of ptr is existing currently, then only we will tell current to point to ptr. Okay, then we will move all the nodes of that particular layer, while current, then we will simply connect. Its first job is to connect the left child with the right child. Okay, and the second job is to see whether current has a next node, and if it is existing, then we will simply going to connect the if it is existing, for example, this 2 and 3. Okay, the second layer. So here 2 has a next child as 3, so we can connect 5 with 6. So how will I connect 5 with 6? Because the current is basically 2, then I can say currents left's next. Okay, should be connected to cur of next of left, isn't it? So that means cur of left, it should not be left, it should be right, isn't it? Yeah, cur of right of next should be cur of next of left. Yeah, so that's it. And for every current, okay, for every current, okay, let's say it has done its job for now I will move my current to its next. Okay, how can I okay, there is one more doubt that might come in your mind, that how can I jump from 2 to 3, because it is already connected. How? When I was right here in 1, I have already connected 2 with 3. Okay, and because 1 doesn't have any next child, next node, then I would not have connected 3 with someone, and 3 is initially set to null, as mentioned right here. Okay, so that is why I will simply go to the next node of current. Cool. So now I have moved to next node, and after finishing job for this particular layer, I will simply the current will simply tell, whenever it finds a null node, whenever it encounters a null node while traversing, it will say that, hey, I have just visited, I have just visited all the nodes in this particular layer. Now I am at the end point of this particular layer, so please move to your left. So now ptf will be moved to left. Cool. So basically in this way, we can solve this particular problem, and we have not used any sort of, you know, explicit, containers to store something and to, to verify something. It is okay to solve this particular problem. So that is the case, and here I'll be, returning the root, because now it is and see, and the next node of each node is already set to null. Then why I should, explicitly, connect it with null? Okay, that's already taken care of. So now let's run this particular solution to see whether it is working or not. Okay, it is spelling mistake. Okay. So it is accepted. I guess it will work for everything. Okay. Let's submit it to see whether it is working or not. And it worked. So guys, this is the solution. I hope you enjoyed throughout the session. And if you enjoyed, then please make sure you subscribe the channel, and make sure you hit the bell button, because whenever I publish a new video, you should be able to see it. You should be able to watch it, and I'll promise you will sooner or later get a very interesting videos. Okay, because I'm working on some, working on to make some videos on Flask uh, recently, and I'll be uploading the series of tutorial for building web application as well. So please stay tuned, and stay safe at home, and please do code. Please do code every day. Okay.